Hey everybody, it is day 249, and I'm gonna rant for a second. I am rather aggravated with Instagram right now, as well. Most of you won't know, but you might know if you watched from the very beginning of my, skating journey. I have stayed off of social media my entire life. Like, MySpace happened when I was in high school, and that was cool, and I was on there a little. And then Facebook took over. I've never liked Facebook. It's very boring. It's not, you can't personalize it at all. MySpace was like, yeah, you could personalize it. It was cool. Anyways, so I never really liked Facebook. I thought it was garbage, honestly. Everything's blue and white and just dumb. It took away all the individuality that was MySpace. That was what was cool about MySpace. But anyways, that's dating me far back. But anyways, so I have basically boycotted social media in my own personal life. I mean, if you like to use it, that's fine. But I've stayed off of it on purpose because there's a lot of discrepancies that I have with it outside of the fact that it is not a platform for freedom of speech, which is something that I highly believe in because we live in America and freedom of speech is extraordinarily important. That's how you know you live in a free country, is when you can actually open your mouth, whether people agree with you or not, it doesn't matter. We're supposed to be able to be respectful and responsible enough individuals that we can have social discourse and debate respectfully. That's what the whole point is. But anyways, so I don't know why, but since hours ago, halfway through the day, Instagram randomly decided to start blocking any of my comments. I can't respond to anybody. I can't say anything. Like, for example, saw a cute cat, was like, cute cat, and it was like, blocked, this content not allowed, and was like, what the F? And then my friend posted that his job opened back up, and I was glad for him because he's been stressed. And so I was like, hey, I'm glad. I hope you get your paycheck, because he hadn't been paid from way before the COVID thing started. They held his check. Blocked, not allowed. Like, I just blocked. I've hit the stupid little send my comment on a bajillion different things just to see, and I have received the you're blocked content, blah, 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 not acceptable. Would somebody like to tell me what is unacceptable about saying a cat is cute? Would somebody like to tell me what is unacceptable about telling my friend congratulations that he gets to go back to work now? He doesn't have to be worried financially. And even if I had said something or done something that somebody didn't like, you are not God, Instagram. You do not get to say what is and is not correct to talk about, to be very clear. So right now I'm feeling very like, this is why I never got on social media, is because it's garbage. It's garbage. It doesn't follow the Constitution. It doesn't follow anything. It is a biased platform that picks and chooses what's allowed to go and what's allowed to be said. I've seen my friends' profiles be shadow banned for nothing. For them posting something that isn't even offensive. I can't even think of any examples right now because there's just been so much garbage going on. My brain is tired. But, just stupid things that don't make sense. Like, literally, I posted a heart, that's a half of a heart because I'm holding the phone, but a heart on a cute cat. Blocked content. Can somebody tell me what's offensive about that? And even if it was offensive, that doesn't matter. You don't get to choose what is and is not offensive, Instagram or Facebook or Google or any of these other stupid platforms that are all owned by the same people that are trying to dictate our speech. Guess what, guys? In case you haven't read 1984, you might want to go read that, because Newspeak is a real thing, and that's literally where to give you a synopsis, in case you haven't read the story by George Orwell, who, by the way, wrote the story in order, his whole purpose, and you can look at this, same with Aldous Huxley, was literally to write a fictional story that people would basically never believe is possible, because it was exactly what they were planning to do, because they wanted to take over America, and they wanted to dictate, and they wanted to make us a communist country. They wanted to make us a totalitarian dictatorship that started off under the guise of socialism, moving into communism until it was a complete dictatorship. That's the whole purpose. A really messed up story. If you want to go read it, and you should. Anybody right now should go read it. If you've never read 1984, you need to go read it, because everything that we're seeing right now is exactly what they said they were going to do. And like I said, the whole purpose of that book was to make people think that it wasn't possible because it was fiction. So anyways, in those stories, or in that story, they use what they call newspeak, and there's a whole section of people, their job, I say job, it's not a job, they don't get paid, they get rations and they're obligated to go, otherwise they get slaughtered, is to rewrite history to make it what they consider to be politically correct, sound familiar, guys? And to change the meaning of words so that people could never remember what the actual truth was, because after so many generations, nobody has any idea what's going on anymore. But also to make it where people could not say their minds. They couldn't speak from their heart. They couldn't say anything that was different than what Big Brother wanted. Well, we are right there, boys and girls, so you might want to be careful. But as of right now, I'm feeling like as soon as I finish my 365 days of skate, I'll still be skating, but I don't know that I'm going to be staying on Instagram, because this is pissing me off. This is not the first time they've done this to me. This is now the second or third time that they've done this to me. The other times, after I reported it, after 3 or 4 times, it goes away. But today, literally the last 4 or 5 hours. I can't respond to anything. I can post a video. I can go and personally message people, but if I comment on any post, blocked instantly. For what? For what? And even like I said, if I had done something negative that they find offensive, well, you're trudging right along on our constitutional rights there, Instagram. Sorry to tell you, this is America. You don't own the internet, and we have freedom of speech. So even if you didn't like something that I said, which I didn't say anything nasty, I said that I like cats, that they're cute, gave them a little heart, complimented my friend. That was pretty much it. Had a conversation with the girl earlier today, and right in the middle of that conversation is when all of a sudden it started blocking. We weren't talking about anything crazy. We were having a nice conversation. So I don't understand. Anyways, so I'm ranting about that because, ooh, that fires me up. If there's anything that makes me mad, I am an Aries. You know what that means? That means I am firepower. It is all raw truth. So that means if you go and try to tell me that I can't say whatever my truth is, oh, there's a problem. There's a problem. I would expect no different from anybody else. Everybody should be able to speak, from their mind and from their heart. What doesn't matter if our opinions clash or not. They're allowed to clash. That is the point of having debates. That is the point of having social discourse. That is the point of the Constitution defending your rights to freedom of speech. So like Instagram, you better watch yourself because nope, that's pissing me off. And I will say sayonara faster than you can say what happened. And same thing with YouTube. YouTube's doing the same kind of crap. I've ran into so many issues where they've tried to claim copyright because the songs that I use in the videos that I post are all through the VLO editor, which I paid for. So that its purpose is a video editor, and the music is, covered because that's what comes with it, and that's supposed to be able to be used, and I paid for the program. And I can't tell you how many times I've had these stupid fake accounts try to claim copyright. Oops, sorry, I'm moving my phone. Try to claim copyright on my videos in order for them to try to get the money if my channel is monetized, which it's not. So it's totally dumb. They just have some stupid algorithm set up where if anything gets close to their little beat combination, then they can claim copyright. And the dumb thing, in case you don't know about YouTube, is that it doesn't tell you this. It doesn't warn you and flag you and all these things. It's just sitting in this little area that you have to go specifically look at. So in other words, if my channel was monetized, that would mean it literally tells you that whoever puts a copyright claim on there, it's not checked into on their end, it's checked into on your end. So they start receiving any of your funds if my channel was monetized, but it's not, so I don't have to worry about that part. It just is annoying. I would like it to get monetized one day. That'd be cool, I guess, but that's not my goal. My goal is just to roller skate and to, make a video blog for it. That's all my goal was. But for people that have a lot of followers, this is a constant nightmare for them because the moment somebody puts a copyright claim on your video, that person who put the copyright claim now receives all your funding coming off that video. So any money you would make on that video goes directly to them unless you go in, filter, go to your stupid little video channel, put in the filters, choose copyright claims, and then look at all your videos that randomly have copyright claims because it happens in an instant. An instant. I didn't even know that was a thing until 100 days in when all of a sudden I saw one. It was this tiny little copyright claim. And I was like, what the hell is that? And then I'm researching, how do I figure this out? What is this? And then I discovered you go through this whole thing, go through the YouTube studio, you got to go and put in there copyright claims, blah, blah, blah. And then it pulled up in 13 of my videos, which all had used these same 2 songs off the VLO editor that were all copyright claims. So then I had to battle the copyright claim, and then it goes to the company that made the copyright claim, and they get to choose and say if it is accurate or not. So in other words, if the company wants to make money off of you, they can just say, no, this is a copyright claim, even though I'm using an editor that I paid for, that the music is, they have paid for the copyrights, hence I'm paying to use them through the editor. This is a problem, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start looking for other platforms, free speech platforms, and I'll do all this garbage. Copyright makes sense if I was stealing somebody's music, but I didn't. I'm paying for a video editor that is funded, that is, did their whole thing to get the licensing and everything, and did everything legally. And the stupid thing is that as soon as I dispute the copyright claim, then and I say, I'm using VLO editor, all of a sudden, 24, 48 hours, never mind, and they drop it. Because we can go back and forth, and then it can go into a lawsuit eventually. That's how the whole thing goes. It's obnoxious. But anyway, so not to rant to you guys, sorry. I just had to let that out because I'm pretty frustrated. Because for the past 6 hours, I haven't been able to respond to anybody or do anything without this stupid white block popping up and telling me that my content is, negative or whatever. I don't remember how they worded it. But anyways, I'm blocked because Instagram didn't like my content. Well, fuck you, Instagram. How dare you? There's nothing wrong with anything that I have said, done, posted, etc. So beyond all that, the point is that that's totally ridiculous and redundant and hypocritical. So, what are you going to do? Everything's ridiculous. And if they continue this, I will just leave. I will finish my roller skating days and continue to post them there, but I'm going to be looking for other platforms because there are platforms coming up that do honor freedom of speech and are not going to mess with people for whatever they comment or post or whatever. And I'm not commenting or posting anything that should be offensive, as they claim. But nonetheless, I hope everybody's being careful.